Imagine this. One day, your neighbor, coworker, or even a friend disappears without a trace because they were deported. Now think, what would happen if this happened to millions of people across the country? It sounds like a nightmare, right? Today, I want to share with you what would happen if the US decided to deport 11 million undocumented immigrants. The consequences would be so devastating that they'd change life for everyone, not just immigrants. Stay with me because we're going to dive into the economic costs, the human impact, and most importantly, explore more humane and rational alternatives that could actually benefit the country. The immediate economic impact. Let's start with the numbers. The US has never deported more than 500,000 people in a year. Now imagine trying to deport 11 million. Do you know how much that would cost? $315 billion. And that's just the starting point. This calculation doesn't even include expanding detention centers, hiring thousands of ICE agents, or increasing the fleet of planes for deportations. And if you're wondering who's going to pay for this, the answer is clear. We, the taxpayers. But wait, at the end of this video, I have a surprise for you that might help you avoid being part of this statistic. Don't miss it, it could change your life. Consequences for the national economy. But the expenses don't stop there. Deporting 1 million people per year over the next 10 years would cost over $1 trillion. Now let's talk about the broader impact on the economy. Industries like construction, agriculture, and hospitality rely heavily on undocumented workers. Without them, these sectors would collapse. For example, over 14% of construction workers are undocumented immigrants. In agriculture, there are more than 224,700 undocumented workers in the fields. And do you know how much undocumented immigrants contributed in taxes in 2022? Over $75 billion. Without them, tax revenues would plummet, and the US GDP could drop by as much as 6.8%. Now I ask you, Immigration Nation, is it really worth destroying the economy to pursue this agenda? The social and human impact. It's not just about money. Let's talk about families. Today, 5.1 million US citizen children live with at least one undocumented parent. If these parents are deported, those families would be torn apart. Take Maria, for example. She's 8 years old and was born here. But if her parents are deported, what will happen to her? How will she cope with the trauma of growing up without her family? Mass deportation doesn't just destroy lives, it devastates entire communities. Is this the America we want to build? The logistical challenges of deportations aren't as simple as packing someone up and putting them on a plane. Deporting 11 million people would require massive infrastructure, 31,000 new ICE agents costing $6.2 billion annually, 181 additional immigration judges per year, each costing $760,000 annually, more detention centers and planes for transportation. And here's another problem. Many countries like Venezuela, India, and China have strict policies on accepting deportees. This would make the process even more expensive and slower. Does this sound like a viable solution to you? A look at the past. Operation Wetback. Did you know something similar happened in the 1950s? Operation Wetback was a mass deportation effort targeting Mexican immigrants. It left communities devastated and agricultural sectors in shambles. The result? An economic and social failure that the US still remembers. Smarter alternatives to deportation. Instead of spending billions on deportations, why not invest in regularization programs to allow immigrants to work legally, integration policies that strengthen the economy, pathways to citizenship for those already contributing to the country? These alternatives aren't just more humane, they're smarter economically. What about the labor market? Without undocumented immigrants, who will work in industries like construction, agriculture, and hospitality, these sectors depend heavily on immigrant labor. Over 14% of construction workers are undocumented. In agriculture, 224,700 workers are undocumented. Losing these workers would cause a labor crisis, driving up production costs and prices across the board. Worth it? Immigration Nation, this is just a glimpse of what mass deportation would really mean. The costs are astronomical, not just financially, but socially and emotionally. It would tear families apart, devastate critical sectors of the economy, and destroy the lives of millions of people. The solution isn't to separate families or ruin the economy. There are more humane and rational ways to handle this situation. Your turn. Share your thoughts. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the idea of mass deportation? Do you believe there are better alternatives to address this issue? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you think this video can help others understand the gravity of this situation, please share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more information on important topics like this. Immigration Nation, as we've seen, mass deportation wouldn't just be devastating economically and socially, it would also have profound human consequences. But not all hope is lost. There are alternatives and solutions to help you protect your family and secure your future. And here's the surprise, I'm offering a free green card planning session to help you explore your options. This consultation is valued at $495, but for a limited time, I'm offering it completely free. If you feel that now is the time to take the next step in regularizing your status, don't wait. Appointments are limited and fill up quickly. Take advantage of this opportunity before it's too late. You can contact us at the number on the screen or click the link below. See you in the next video. Immigration Nation, remember we're in this together. Hey, did you like the video? I invite you to watch another video where I share more tips on how to protect your reputation as an immigrant. Until next time.